Timna, Chapter 3. Bright moonlight flooded down from windows close to the roof, high above. Thief could hardly believe his eyes. The ark was not empty, and it was not quiet. The wide walkway they stood on ran past room after room, and behind each gated doorway were creatures of all kinds. From top to bottom, the center of the ark was open. In the moonlight, Thief could see across to the other side, where their walkway continued. Above it and below it, two other walkways like theirs circled the open center of the ark, and as far down each walkway as Thief could see were more rooms with wooden gates. Were there creatures everywhere? Thief and Mangie's entrance had set up a chorus of grunts, chuckles, whistles, cackles, and screeches. The hair on Mangie's neck bristled as she and Thief backed away toward the wooden railing that separated the edge of their walkway from empty space. Thief's heart pounded. There was nowhere to hide. From where they stood, Thief could see the ramp that must lead to the deck below. It would take them off this walkway and might lead to a hiding place. With his nose, he nudged Mangie, who looked ready to run back outside. "We need to get out of here and down under that ramp," he said. She made no reply, but followed him closely, ready to run at any moment. It was a long way down. Through the open center of the ark, moonlight fell from far above them, but it seemed darker here and quieter. Thief waited until his sharp eyes began to see ahead. Stepping lightly, he walked in front of Mangie, past more doorways with wooden gates, but he saw no sign of what might be inside them. Soon they came to rooms where the slats in the wooden gates were wide apart, not meant to hold animals inside. Many of these were filled with hay, and others were large bins, some with great jugs, others piled with grain. Strings of fruits and vegetables hung above the bins. Never had Thief seen a market with such rich bounty. "These must be the storage rooms," he whispered. They walked almost the length of the ark before Thief decided to stop. Behind a wide gate of wooden slats, a large mound of hay stood in one of the rooms. "This might be a good hiding place," Thief said, turning his head to look at Mangie. "It won't be the first time we've hidden in a haystack." Mangie shivered. This was not her idea. All she wanted right now was a good, safe hiding place. Tomorrow they could slip out and be off the ark. She followed Thief as he jumped easily over the low slats and pushed into the hay. The back of the stack sloped onto the floor. It was just right for wiggling into for the night. Mangie settled down with her head on her paws. Thief thought he heard a sound nearby and listened, but there was nothing more. He must have slept for some time. What woke him was a low, squeaking, scratching sound. Mangie heard it too and raised her head, alert and ready to run. From somewhere above them, Thief made out the distinct sound of a mouse. "I suppose you two are planning on staying," it said. "We should come to some sort of agreement." Thief and Mangie had spotted not one, but two gray mice sitting on a wooden crossbeam. "What do you mean?" Thief asked. "I mean," said the larger of the mice, "that you ought not to think of us, well, as a possible meal. Oh, my whiskers, there I've said it, and probably given you the idea if you had not already had it." The mouse's long whiskers quivered as it peered down at Thief. Mangie gave a polite growl. "We are not in the habit of eating mice," she said. She did not add that there were far better things to be had. "Besides, we will be gone soon enough." "Then I take it we have your word on it?" the smaller mouse asked in a squeaky voice. Yes, Thief said. "But what did you mean by our planning to stay? Is such a thing possible?" He already knew he planned to stay somewhere in the ark, even if Mangie did not know it yet. The larger mouse sat up straight on the wooden beam. "This is some kind of storage room, and my mate and I have found it quite a good place for stowaways. No humans seem to come here, though I imagine they will fetch hay when the time comes for it. There are many other rooms down here filled with grain and good things to eat. We mice are small enough to hide most anywhere. Quiver of a whisker and we disappear. Rather good at it, we are. Not so easy for the two of you, as big as you are. But I suppose if you mean to stow away on the ark and save your lives, you will have to learn to stay hidden when humans are about." "Oh, then you've heard of the terrible flood that is to come," Thief said. "Oh, yes," said the smaller mouse. "My whiskers quiver to think of it." "Nothing alive will be left on the earth," she said quietly. The larger mouse sat very still as if he were listening to something Thief couldn't hear. Then he said solemnly, "We were in the field of the man called Noah. He did not see us, hidden as we were under the grasses nearby. He was speaking to his 3 sons while they rested and ate. I will never forget his words. My sons, he said, God has told me that it is almost time to enter the ark. We'll finish this meal today, and that is the last of the hay we will need to store on board. One of his sons said, Father, but what of the animals? How can God send the flood to destroy every living thing if it is his will that 2 of every kind of creature, bird, and animal must first be taken on board the ark, be kept alive? How will this be? The mouse paused to look at his mate. Every living thing meant us, and we felt that our very lives hinged on the answer. I remember the exact words. Son, Noah said, God is already at work sending 2 of every living creature, and we must be ready to take them aboard. Then Noah looked at his sons and said, We will do everything just as he has said. Come, let us finish up. Tonight we will have a good meal to celebrate that today marks the end of our haying. The larger mouse looked at Thief and Mangy. You can imagine our shock. We needed to be on the ark if we are going to live. The Creator must have meant for us to hear his warning. Only one more stack of hay was going to the ark. There was no time to waste. We hid deep inside the bundled hay and waited. He wiggled his whiskers. Though they didn't know we were riding along inside the hay, Noah's son brought us to the ark and into the storage room. Mangy raised her head. Then you are stowaways, she said. Couldn't ask for a better place to be one, the larger mouse retorted. Thief looked troubled. The animals are here on the ark. We saw them. Our only hope then is to stay hidden here or in some other hiding place. Mangy stood up. Her eyes were wide. We need to leave, she announced. It's one thing for 2 small mice to stow away, but look at us. They'll find us for sure. And then what? If we go now, we can run to the hills, find the highest ground or deep cave before the flood comes. Thief wished it could be easy as that, but his heart knew there would be no escape from this thing called the flood. There has never been anything like the ark, and why is it filled with all kinds of creatures? How did they come here? You've seen them, Mangy. Why are there wild birds here with the others? And the birds and the creatures we couldn't even name. The Creator alone could have brought them to step foot inside this ark. You saw the rooms full of food. It must be true. Nothing will be left alive outside the ark. Mangy stood very still before she said softly, Then we will die as the Creator has warned. No, Thief said. If we stay here in hiding, we have a chance. Don't you see, Mangy? Didn't Noah say that the flood will come soon? All we have to do is stay put and be careful until it's over. Oh, Thief, I want to believe that. But all our lives we've been chased from one hiding place to another. We belong to no one, and no one wants 2 ragged-looking strays like us. The humans will run us off as soon as they spot us. Thief barked a short, quick bark that sent the 2 mice scurrying away. Sorry, he called after them, but there was no answer. Oh, well, he said, turning back to Mangy. We have to try, Mangy. We'll be careful. He said no more as he sat back down and settled into the hay. After a while, Mangy knew she might as well give in. She lay flat on the hay and closed her eyes.